Hello. Have you ever seen a rainbow in the sky? There are some lovely rainbow pictures in people's windows just now. Here's mine. It's not very good. The colours are in the wrong order. If you've done one, I'm sure you've got the colours right. These rainbow pictures are special. They've been painted by children to remind us to be happy, even though there's a lot of illness about. In the Bible, God put a rainbow in the sky to remind people to be happy, even when times are not so good. God promises to be with us always, no matter what. And God always keeps his promises. Jesus taught people about how much God loves them. He made them better when they were poorly. He had lots of friends. This made the people who were in charge very jealous and angry. They wanted to get rid of Jesus once and for all. So they had him nailed to a big wooden cross on a hill and left him to die. Jesus prayed to God to forgive the people who were killing him. Forgive them, he said. They don't know what they're doing. This happened on Good Friday. When Jesus died, all his friends were very sad. Some of them wanted to take care of his body. They took his body down from the cross and wrapped it up in white cloths and put it in a kind of cave called a tomb. The tomb was in a beautiful garden. One of his special friends, Mary Magdalene, watched them doing this. She saw them roll a great, big, enormous stone in front of the tomb to keep his body safe. Then they all went home, crying. We are missing seeing our friends right now, aren't we? We don't like it that we can't give them a hug and play with them. But we know we'll see them again one day. Jesus' friends knew he was dead, and they wouldn't see him anymore. It was horrible. No wonder they were sad. Very early on Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene and some other women went back to the tomb. They couldn't stay away. They missed Jesus so much. When they got there, they saw that the great big enormous stone had been rolled away and the tomb was open. They were frightened. Who could have done it? Suddenly they saw someone all dressed in white. It was an angel. "Don't be scared," the angel said to them. "I know you're looking for Jesus, who was killed. But he isn't here. God has brought him back to life." The women looked inside the tomb, and sure enough, it was empty, just like the angel said. The white cloths were lying there, but no Jesus. Mary's friends went to tell the others, but Mary stayed behind. She was very upset. She didn't believe the angel. She thought the people who hated Jesus had come and stolen his body. She couldn't stop crying. She heard someone coming, and then a man's voice said, "Why are you crying?" She thought it was the person who looked after the garden. "Please," she said, "have you taken him? Tell me where he is." The man said just one word, her name, Mary. She knew that voice. She blinked away her tears. Now she could see that the man standing there was Jesus. He was alive. The angel had told the truth. Jesus asked her to go and tell his other friends. They didn't believe her. They needed to see Jesus for themselves. And they did. Jesus came to them all over the next few days. He told them to spread the good news. No one need ever be afraid of dying again if they believed in Jesus and trusted him. He promised he would always be with them. Even if they did die, nothing could ever take them away from him. After Jesus had seen and spoken to all his friends, he went to be with God in heaven. But they didn't forget his promise that he would never leave them. They felt that he was with them, even though they couldn't see him anymore. They just knew it. They told everyone who would listen. And that's how we know it today. That's the story of the first Easter Sunday. When we see those lovely rainbow pictures, or a real rainbow shining in the sky, it'll remind us that God sent Jesus to show us how much he loves us. He promises that Jesus will be with us forever. He will never leave us, no matter what happens. And God always keeps his promises. Happy Easter!